The Rugby World Cup final is upon us, and the Springboks will be playing in cloudy, cold, windy, and rainy conditions. There's a high likelihood of showers throughout the game with only 14 degrees. I hope they've had enough practice in the rain. We back you boys when you take on the All Blacks, bring back that cup home. But back in South Africa, we also have a few weather alerts and warnings valid for this weekend. So let's look at your Saturday bright conditions. Here's your Saturday bright weather score for South Africa. A 6 out of 10 for the Cape Provinces, where it's going to be sunny but quite windy. Rainy and cold in the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal. Lovely bright conditions before the game over the central and eastern areas. Only later the wind picking up a little bit with isolated storms moving over the central parts of South Africa. Very late, a few thunderstorms likely over parts of the Highveld. What's causing all of this rain and thunderstorms? Well, we've got a cold front moving over KwaZulu-Natal on Saturday with a reaching high, also pushing in a lot of moisture and showers for the southern as well as the eastern areas of South Africa. This weekend, by Sunday, we also have a cut-of-low weather system strengthening over the Cape Provinces, and this reaching high will help to feed the cut-of-low with moist tropical air. Therefore, we are expecting a lot of rain and high instability values over central and especially northeastern South Africa. Our accumulated rainfall models are showing rainy conditions of more than 30 millimeters likely to fall here in parts of the Eastern Cape, and in the pink dot, more than 50 millimeters likely up until Sunday night, and then very late stormy conditions expected to start moving over northwest Gauteng as well as parts of Mpumalanga. If we take our accumulated rainfall model all the way to Monday, that's when the cut-of-low is starting to strengthen. We're expecting a band of showers and thunderstorms to sit here over northeastern South Africa. We are starting to see this black color come through over parts of northwest Gauteng, the Free State and Mpumalanga. In those areas up until Monday night, more than 100 millimeters could likely lead to widespread flooding. Freezing levels also dropping low enough for snow to fall this weekend over the mountainous areas of the Eastern Cape, southern Drakensberg, Lesotho, as well as the mountainous areas in the KwaZulu-Natal. Models are also currently picking up snow likely on Sunday here over the bordering areas of the Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, and southern Mpumalanga. This is still a few days away, and the snow could be mixed with rain, even freezing rain likely in those areas. Most of the snow will settle over the mountain passes in those areas. And if we take the model all the way to Monday night, it's also picking up light snow likely here in parts of the Free State and a little bit more in parts of Mpumalanga. We've got a high confidence of snow settling over the southern Drakensberg, Lesotho, as well as the mountainous areas and the mountain passes here over the bordering areas of the Free State, Mpumalanga, and KwaZulu-Natal. There is a possibility of a few towns close by getting a light snow, but if it falls with rain, it will quickly melt. But we've got a very low confidence of snow actually settling on the ground in the Free State. Our wind forecast map is showing a windy Saturday for the Cape Provinces, an onshore southerly wind and in south-southeaster blowing strong in Cape Town and gusting along the west coast, later windy over eastern South Africa with an onshore flow for the coastal areas. On Sunday, we're expecting a strong southerly wind for KwaZulu-Natal, windy weather in the east. Also, a strong easter will pick up here in Cape Town, still extremely windy along the west coast, and damaging east-southeasterly winds expected to blow in the Northern Cape, especially in the Karoo, where the Weather Service is warning against gusting winds. Our rainfall map for Saturday showing most of the rain expected here in the Eastern Cape. A few heavy showers likely that could lead to flooding, and showers and thunderstorms also moving over KwaZulu-Natal with snow over the mountains and Lesotho. Isolated storms later moving over northwest the Free State and into the late evening likely over Gauteng as well as Mpumalanga. Then on Sunday, due to the cut-of-low weather system and ridging high working together, there is the likelihood of severe storms and showers moving over the northeastern areas of South Africa. In parts of northwest Gauteng, the Free State and Mpumalanga, the Weather Service warning against thunderstorms leading to hail, gusting winds or heavy downpours, which could also lead to flooding in those areas. On Saturday, during BOK Saturday, it's going to be quite chilly over the southern areas of South Africa with lots of rain in the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal, but lovely dry weather for the central and northern areas. Into Sunday, much colder conditions now also spreading into KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, and cooler weather expected in the Free State as well as parts of Gauteng. But then a steep drop in temperature by next week, Monday, where we are expecting it to feel more like winter compared to earlier this week when we had heatwave conditions in the east, with maximum temperatures only about 10 degrees for parts of Gauteng as well as in Limpopo, and single-digit maximum temperatures for the eastern areas of the Free State as well as the high veld of Mpumalanga. This is extremely dangerous conditions for small stock and vulnerable crops in those areas, and lots of rain also expected in the same area over northeastern South Africa. Remember, cuts of low weather systems are extremely fickle and the forecast can still change, so keep an eye out for any weather warnings issued by the South African Weather Service throughout the weekend and closer to next week, Monday. Well, that's all from me. Have a lovely weekend, everyone, and stay safe.